Hello, everybody. Welcome to TikTok Demystified. It is good to have you all here today. I've been blown away by the response to today's session, which just shows me what I think I knew already, which is more people want to understand TikTok and just want to demystify it for themselves because it feels like a bit of an overwhelming platform. So that is the aim for today. That is what we're hoping to do. I am recording the session as well. So if you want to go back through anything at a later date, especially if we audit your accounts and you want to go back through that audit later on, then you'll be sent the replay as well today. Now, if you haven't already, it's always a pleasure to know who else is actually on the call. So do pop in the chat, say hello, let us know your business name. Like, I have no rules here, so feel free to share your Instagram handle with each other or website or whatever you like in the chat, just so we can see who you are, what you do, yeah, it would be good for us to know who's here. Now, the call today is going to be myself and Simona doing it together. She is in her house as well, so hopefully both of our technologies hold up for us today. Right, I'm going to share my screen because we've got a lot to do and I want to dive straight into it. Okay, can everyone just let me know if you can see the screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. You can see what's going on over there before I start giving you the conversation. Brilliant, Libby, that was the best thumbs up you could have given me with your little emojis going over the screen. Great, so TikTok demystified. So the goal of today's session, we're going to talk to you a little bit about TikTok. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what TikTok is all about and why we think you should be paying attention to it right now as a wedding business owner. And then we are going to be auditing live some of your accounts. So have a think now whether or not you want us to audit your accounts. Our audits always come with a disclaimer. If you want us to tell you and you want us to be honest, then put yourself forward. But also, we're not going to have enough time to audit everyone's account, but we will do as many as we possibly can. Then we're going to talk to you a little bit more about if you want more help with this, how we can help you moving forward in a variety of ways. And then finally, we're going to answer as many questions as we possibly can about all things TikTok by the end of the call. So we've got a lot to get into an hour. We will do as much as we can. If anyone knows me, I always like to pack in as much value as I possibly can for you because I know your time is precious. But I will apologize in advance if we don't get a chance to answer your question or audit your account because there are lots of you on the call. Okay, without further ado then, let's dive in. And while I'm doing this first bit, it would be really great to know from you again in the chat where you're at with TikTok. So I would like to know, number one, let's say I want to know if you're on it and you're posting, if you're on it and you're not posting, or if you're not on it. Okay, that's your options. One, you're on it and you're posting. Two, you're on it but you're not posting. Three, you're not even on it. Okay, let us know where you are so we know where you're at. Excellent. Okay. So, who are we? If you don't know who we are, I thought I'd better introduce ourselves to you. So, this is me and Simona, who you're going to meet a little bit later on in the call. So, if you don't know me, I'm Becca Pountney. I'm a wedding industry marketing expert, and I help small businesses and venues all over the world get more visible and stay on top of their marketing and make more money in their wedding businesses. And I don't know if anyone's seen it yet. I just posted a little rant on Instagram about 5 minutes ago because my goal, really, my job is to show you what's trending in marketing and to tell you where the opportunities are. It's totally up to you whether or not you take the opportunity. There is no right or wrong way to do your business. It's up to you how you market yourself. That's why we're in business in the first place, to make our own decisions. But that's me. That's what I do. Now, Simona is actually my personal content creator. We've been working together for the last year. And yeah, she is amazing. She's had her own accounts that she's grown on social media. And over the last year, she's been working increasingly with people in the wedding industry as well to help them as well as to help me. Right, so let me keep admitting people as they pop in. So let me tell you mine and Simona's story then. So me and Simona first met, as I said, a year ago when she started posting for me on both TikTok and Instagram. Now this happened because I went to a careers fair for my child and I was very proudly showing my career off to the students in the school and telling them about how amazing my Instagram was. And then the students kept saying to me, But Miss, what about your TikTok? What about your TikTok? And quite honestly, I hadn't really done very much with TikTok. I felt too old for it. I didn't really understand it. But I could hear them saying to me that I should be on it. And at the same time, I was reading more and more industry reports saying about wedding businesses needing to be on there. So I decided to take the plunge. I decided to pay someone to help me with it. And that person was Simona. And for the last year, we've been working together. And she's transformed my TikTok from basically nowhere to the last year having 441,000 views. Now, what's important to know about that is, well, what did that mean for my business? Because 441,000 views is a number. What does that actually mean? Well, for me personally, it's meant a lot more visibility online. It's meant I've had a lot more opportunities because more people have found me online. It's impacted my income. And what's really important to know, and the difference between what she does for me and what she's going to help you with, is that I'm in a much more challenging niche than any of you online. So I am only trying to speak to people on TikTok who own a wedding business. And as lots of you have just told me, lots of you aren't even on there. So my niche is like this. So to reach 441,000 of those kind of people is a great result for me. But for all of you, the opportunity is much bigger because you're trying to reach people getting married. And I tell you, there's a whole lot more people getting married on TikTok than there are people in the wedding industry. So after we'd been working together for about 6 months, people started asking me, well, can Simona help me with my TikTok? I want to understand TikTok. And so this time last year, I told Simona, who'd never run any kind of course or training before, that I wanted her to run a course or some training for my wedding business friends and clients. And so we did this time last year. She started the TikTok Pro course that we did together, and we worked with a multitude of different wedding business owners to teach them how to do TikTok. And what was great was to see that, yes, she'd had great results on my account, but now she was teaching other people and helping them get great results as well. So here's just a handful of people that were on that course in June or October last year and what their results look like now. So TikTok is incredibly powerful, and Simona's done a great job of helping people with it. Now, for me, it's never just about the numbers and vanity statistics. Ultimately, if we're going to do something in our business, you'll know that I want it to turn into conversions, money, bookings. And so even better is when we get messages like this, which is people finding you through TikTok because of what you've learned, and then actually you making some money off the back of it because they've gone on to tour your venue, book you, research you more, inquire via your website, but they first found you when engaging on TikTok. Okay, so why TikTok then? Why am I even talking about TikTok right now? I'm nearly 40 years old. As I said earlier, I feel way too old to be on TikTok, but it's important because I can see that there's an opportunity there. So at the moment, TikTok has about 1.99 billion users worldwide. It is a fast growing platform. It is not small anymore. It is not just for teenagers anymore. There are a lot of people on TikTok. Now, importantly, is the Gen Z generation, which we are seeing increasingly coming into the wedding industry and getting engaged and starting to get married because they use TikTok all of the time. So 64% of Gen Z said they use TikTok as a search engine. And I'm sure you'll hear it from Simona later, but I always blows my mind when she tells me she doesn't use Google because she searches for everything on TikTok. Now, you may not be there. You may not search for everything on TikTok, but the generation that are getting married, that's how they're using the platform, which is why we need to pay attention to it. And we know that the couples are on there, even if you're not. So if you're not on there, they're looking at your competitors. So there's an absolutely massive opportunity there. The other thing is we're seeing increasingly in the wedding industry reports, more and more couples saying that's where they're finding their wedding businesses from. So I've been tracking this over the last 3 years. I think on stage 3 years ago was the first time I said we need to pay attention to TikTok. And each year that percentage of people looking at TikTok is going up. Is it bigger than Instagram yet? No. Is it getting bigger every year? Yes. So there's definitely an opportunity there. Now, Simona sent me this graphic as well when we were preparing for today, and I thought this was incredibly interesting. So this graphic shows, so the picture in black is the amount of people who are viewing things on TikTok, And the line in red is the amount of people making content on TikTok. Let me say that again. The line in black is the amount of people viewing things on TikTok, and the amount in red is the people creating things on TikTok. Now, if you are thinking, Becca, I cannot see a red line on the screen, you would be accurate. That's because the red line is so incredibly small down here. Exactly, Lucy. This is the line. I don't know if you can see my cursor. There's like a tiny little red little blob there because there is so few people posting compared to the amount of people consuming, which is why as business owners, we have a massive opportunity because the percentage of people posting is something like 0.1% of the amount of people using the platform. Let me just let some more people in the room. Excellent. Okay, so what are the challenges when it comes to being on TikTok? And I would love to know in the chat if any of these resonate with you because I work with lots of clients all over the world, and these are the common things that I hear from people when I talk to them about TikTok. Okay, so number one is fear. The fear of being on camera, the fear of what other people will think of them if they start doing stuff on camera, and trolls. Trolls is always one of people's biggest fears, even though actually it doesn't happen. The second fear is being overwhelmed. So understanding, so feeling overwhelmed by the platform, not really understanding how the platform works. Secondly, they're trying to use it like Instagram and then it's not working for them. And so that's a big challenge in the understanding piece. And then the other challenge I'm seeing is people just assuming they'll pick it up as they go along. Okay, but it actually is it's quite complicated to understand it, and you have to see it in a different mindset. Now, you may have children, friends, family, or maybe you fit in this bracket who are avid TikTok users and totally understand the platform, but you will also maybe like me and think, no, I don't really understand why people love it so much, and I don't really understand how to get it to work. So then the third piece of this, the other big challenge is time. And I saw a few of you saying time, and I get it. So with any piece of marketing in your business, if you are going to go for something, you have to give it time. Or you have to give it money, right? Again, I've been saying this from stage for the last year. When it comes to TikTok, you've got to spend either time or money. Time, because you need to learn how to do it and then start creating the content, or money because you're going to pay someone else to do it for you. Now, in my business, I have chosen money, which is why I hired Simona. I didn't have the time to do it, so I've hired Simona, and she comes, she plans, she schedules, she records my content, and then she puts it out for me and she builds the strategy. But if you can't afford to have someone do that for you, then you've got to give it time. And so that's the biggest barrier for a lot of people. So yeah, strategy and is important. Time or money is definitely needed when it comes to the platform, which is why I'm saying to you right from the start, it's up to you whether you go for the opportunity. It's my job to show you the opportunities, to show you the stats, to show you what I can see as an opportunity out there for you. But ultimately, it's down to you as to whether or not you want to lean in and make it work. So, what is the key to TikTok success then in 2026? What have we learned over the last year? So, number one, the biggest key is education. So, you've made a great start by being on this call because if you don't try and learn the platform, you're not going to be able to do the platform. And that's the same with any kind of marketing. If you want to get ahead, understand how it works. You do the same with SEO, you do the same with website building, AI. If you want to get better at something, you need to learn how to do it. So education is number one. The second thing is absolutely consistency. And I'm sure this will come up again in the audits with Simona, but consistency is everything when it comes to this platform, showing up and being consistent. And the third key, I think, if you want to be successful on TikTok, is confidence and being confident to take messy action. I was having a discussion yesterday with Georgina Rose. Some of you will know her. She went viral on TikTok. She's known as the People's Wedding Planner. And I was interviewing her for my podcast. And we had a whole discussion about messy action. And you can hear it on the podcast in a few weeks' time when it comes out. But essentially, I was saying, I think a lot of wedding businesses, we're stuck in the 2019 Instagram era where we want everything to be aesthetically pleasing. And therefore, TikTok irks us because it's not aesthetically pleasing, and being aesthetically pleasing doesn't work. And so, actually, being confident to be messy and to just try things it makes us feel uncomfortable. But sometimes we have to be uncomfortable if we want something to work. So, the key to TikTok success: number one, education; number two, consistency; and number three, being confident to take messy action. So, here's the big question then. Do you in 2026, as a wedding business owner or venue, need to be on TikTok? No, you don't need to be on TikTok. It's up to you. But the opportunity is there if you want it. Okay, that's what today is about, showing you there is an opportunity if you have the education and learn it, if you are consistent and you have a strategy, and if you have confidence or decide to get confidence to go and do it. There's a huge opportunity out there. We know the couples are on there, we know they're searching for your content. So it's up to you whether you want to engage in that platform and use it as an extra stream of visibility. But no one has to do it. If you get to the end of today's session and you think, nah, not for me, that's fine. That's your business decision. But if you do want to do it, the opportunity is absolutely there. Okay, enough from me. I think it's time that we heard from Simona. So, Simona, I don't know if you want to unmute yourself, turn your camera on, and just say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Simona, we are super excited to have you today. Thank you so much for being here. Now, we decided that instead of just giving you education in this session, the best thing we could do was to show it to you in action. And one of the things we've been doing inside our members lounge recently is Simona's coming in every month and doing reviews and audits of people's accounts. And the best way to learn is, in order for you to learn how to do it, is actually for her to review other people's stuff and for you to learn through that. So, as it said, I've put on the screen, put your handle in the chat if you want an honest audit of your account. If you want to make it even quicker for Simona, if you drop a URL in so she can just click straight onto your TikTok, that's going to be even better for her. And before we go for it, I'm going to just give you our little TikTok disclaimer that we have to do. These are Simona's opinions. All right, you don't have to listen to what she says, but everything she says is going to be shared in love and with honesty. And also, we won't have time to do everyone's accounts. So, we are going to just select them at random and do as many as we can. But even if we don't pick yours, then you are going to learn from what she shares about other people. So, Simona, I am going to stop my screen share so that you can share your screen. And yeah, be kind, but we're going to dive in and have a look at people's accounts.
Right, so I've picked the first one. So let me see if I can make this full screen. Is that full
We can
screen?
we can see it fine. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Okay, so we have, if I'm looking at it right away, I assume, yeah, so you're a vent hire. First of all, the bio is, I need some more kind of information. Are you based in London, Manchester? Doesn't say. Are you expensive? Are you cheap? Are you doing weddings? Doesn't say. Or is it just parties? Right, let's click on a random video. Let's click on this one. Right, first thing, this is just a picture. TikTok is for videos. This picture isn't going to do anything. There's no text. You're not telling me nothing about this. Right now, you could be selling me a chair. You could be selling me the light bulbs or the disco bulbs. I do not understand. So here, I need some kind of text saying, oh, look, so here, this is your sign to add disco balls. So this exact text, we want to copy it and paste it over here so that people can see, because people will not be reading the caption over here. Let's go on another video. Have you got any videos here? Let's see. We got a video here. Okay, and this one has done well. Let's put the sound on. Now, this video is doing really well. I think you've got quite a good engagement on it as well, 273. And this is because you're showing people the start of the video and you setting up and showing them the whole process. And people on TikTok love that. So I would definitely make sure that you're doing more of these. If you want to make it even better, I need some text here. So watch us transform this marquee just so that people are understanding what is happening in the video as well. Right. Let me go back to the chat. I think there was another one which I found. Um, Sam. So you are a wedding coordinator and stylist. Okay, this is a great bio because I know that you're luxury. I know that you're a coordinator. It just doesn't say where like you are based. So if you could put it somewhere here. Let's go on a random video. So let's scroll, scroll, scroll. Okay, let's select this one. POV or ceremony style doesn't disappear after I do's. I would say this is great, but there's too much text. You are making me feel a bit overwhelmed because there's so much to read. So I would only put 3 or 5 points on here. And then you could also make this into a carousel and you could make 3 points up to here, another page, 3 points, another page, 3 points. Let's go on have you got any talking videos? Let's see this one.
What's a soulmate? It's well, it's like a best.
Right, this is good. However, the format here is wrong. So if we go back, can you see that here there's black space and black space? Right, so you want to have all of your videos following the right format, and this one is just a picture. You'd want to have, if you're making pictures into videos, you only want to do it as a carousel because pictures and videos in the same video do not work. So you either want to do all of it as videos or all of it as pictures. Let's do one more. Let's select this one. Oh, I see a red flag. You have copied this out of Instagram. So that's going to flag up on TikTok. TikTok does not like watermarks. So that's going to not be shown as much. The other thing that I would say is that when I look at a random video, I need to be able to tell exactly who like you are, exactly what you are doing, and then why should I follow you? Now, if I'm just watching this, I don't know who like you are. I'm not sure if you're selling me a dress. Are you a photographer? And it doesn't give me a reason to keep following you. So yes, it's a good video, but again, it doesn't answer any of my 3 questions. Let's pick someone else from the chat. Who is next? Right, let me pick. Oh, thank you for adding me your links. That's better. Right, this is Fab Functions, which is a wedding florist. Okay, starting off with your bio. It is good. There is just not enough information. So the 10 years experience is good to have. We just want to make it longer. So TikTok has recently changed from 80 characters to 160. So you can definitely add a lot more onto here now. Let's select your most recent video.
What do you think of this? Sharing a mini wedding cake for two. After your wedding ceremony and your wedding breakfast, you get to do your cake cutting, but not an ordinary cake cutting.
Okay, now this is a good video because it's you reacting to someone else's video. However, if you could have downloaded it, it would have been better because at the moment I'm seeing a lot of different handles in like this corner and it can be a bit confusing. And it also seems like this has been taken off of Instagram. And again, you just want to make sure that if you're posting something on TikTok, we keep it on TikTok. Let's do another one. Let's do this photo. So this is just a carousel. And then again, there's no text. So like, are we promoting the hotel? Are we promoting the flowers? Are we promoting a chair? Again, I need some text here to actually explain what are you doing and how are you helping me? Because people watching your content are going to be selfish. And if you're not answering that and if you're not helping them, then there's no reason for them to stay. Right, wedding celebrant and songwriter. Okay, here I want to see where like you are based. Again, it doesn't say. And then a call to action. So this obviously people are not able to click that. So if let's say you changed it to DM me a heart and we can start talking, that's going to be a lot better. Let's go on a random video. Let's click on this
Planning a
one.
wedding. Ever heard of hand fasting? Hi, I'm Alyssa, a wedding celebrant, songwriter, and founder of Love Lines. I create bespoke and unique ceremonies and write original music and songs for
Now that is perfect because you are telling me exactly who you are and exactly what like you're doing.
couples. So hand fasting,
And it's also an educational video.
Wedding.
However, I would say that it is just a very long video. So this video is 47 seconds. We want to bring it down to, let's say, 20 seconds, especially when we're trying to build our kind of audience. And you want to, if you can, cut out all of the pauses. So every time you pause,
create bespoke and unique ceremonies and write original
like
music
over
and songs
here,
for couples.
you pause.
So
You want to remove that pausing because people haven't got time to listen to you pausing. And then also if we could add some B-roll. So you're saying about hand fasting. If you could, show me a picture, show me something visual about it. But this is a good video and it's starting off good. Let's see
Day
this
12
one.
of readings and poems to consider for your wedding ceremony led by a celebrant.
Okay, so I think this is a series, which is great to
Day
have,
12
but
of reading.
I need some text. I need you to write it here. So this is going to be, is this day 12?
12
So
of
then if
reading.
you write it here and then explain what are you doing? Because at the moment it's just this text. So we want to have some text over here as well. How many times a day are you posting? Let's have a look because you are posting quite good videos, but
Are you getting married this year?
so this one was posted 16 hours ago.
I want to know.
One day. So
Are you
you're
getting
posting
married?
once a day.
Planning a wedding.
I just think we just need to work
Bride
on the
planning a-
content because at the moment you're posting the exact same style of content, which is just going to be you talking. I want to see some carousels. I want to see some shorts because we want to make sure that we're covering long videos, short videos, and then carousels as well at the same time. I think this is a photographer. Right. First of all, I see a picture of a flower here. Are you a flower photographer? Because that is what I am getting. And I don't understand any of this, so I don't know what you are doing. I need to see photographer based in this place, working for weddings, things like that. I have no clue what I'm looking at right now. Let's go on a random. Right, so if you're a wedding photographer, I don't see any photos. I'm just looking at a event. So I don't know if you're just showing me the event, if you're showing me the cake. Um, yeah. So I want to have I just need to understand what you are doing. Like if I'm scrolling and then I click on a random video, I need to be able to know exactly what are you doing, what are you selling me, and why should I follow you now? This is using a CapCut template. Again, you're not selling me anything, you're not showing me your work. I want to see you working, if that makes sense. Let's go on another one. Wedding venue. I love venues. Let's look at this venue. Okay. Exclusive luxury wedding venue in Yorkshire. Okay, tell me something more. Are you a barn? Are you a hotel? Um, Tell me a little bit more. And then is this a clickable link? It doesn't seem like it is. So I would go into your settings, make this a clickable link. You've got 1,000 followers, which is good, which means you can make it into a clickable link. Your 3 pinned videos are great because again we can see the engagement is good, but so this one's got 1,000, this one's got 900, 900, this one's got 34, which is good. So you are getting a good amount of views. So let's look on a random video and see. Here comes the sun. Okay, so here you write this. I want to see this inside of the actual video because people aren't going to be reading this. So I want to see this kind of text in here. Let's go on another one. Right, you made me wait 6 seconds to watch this. I only have an attention span of 2.5 seconds, which means I need to see the transformation in a couple of seconds. Waiting for 6 seconds is too long. You also want to, you could do this as a carousel. It would have worked a lot better because it is a photo. If you're posting photos, make sure that they are posted as carousels. Again, this is a good video. However, the behind the scenes of our last 2025 wedding, post it here. I want to see it here. And, talk about, give me a call to action. Do you want me to book a call? Do you want me to book a venue tour? Make sure you add it all on the video. Like, this is a 59-second video. Let's work out your engagement. So you got 39 seconds, and that's got 1,000 views, which is quite good, which means we're looking for 100 likes. We only have 24. So we're falling below the engagement rate, and that could be because people are not really understanding what you're doing because there's no text here. Right, let's scroll. There's another photographer. This is a great picture because I like to see you with a camera. Perfect. Relaxed, colorful wedding photographer. Okay, this is perfect bio. Now, because obviously people cannot click on this link, I would make it a call to action. So just put comment a red heart to see my packages. You only have 5 videos. Let's go with the first
Are
one.
you having children at your wedding? Here's some things that you need to know. Number one.
So this was this posted this year or last year? So we've got one video here, one video here. So you haven't posted in a long time. So it is going to take you around 6-ish weeks to rebuild the account. This video was your most recent one. And this is a sorry?
Sorry, I think someone's off mute. Let me mute them. There you go.
Sorry. So this is a carousel. This is great because you're showing me your work. I just want you to add some text. So let's start with the start of the video. You could write, here are some of my recent pictures taken at this exact venue. The package was the luxury one, blah blah blah, and then just start talking about this kind of picture. So I took this one because blah blah blah. Again, you want to do the same for, and you can add the text over here, making sure that the text fits in. Another one, there's a world where you don't have to be confident in front of camera for amazing. Now, this is great. I want the text to be a little bit here. I want it to be right in the middle. And then I want I want this exact text to also be here because your text here needs to also match the text over here. Hopefully that makes sense. Another one. Let's go. I don't know if I did your account. No, right. So this is wedding and event specialist. What are you specializing in? I don't understand what you're specializing in. Are you doing flowers? Because at the moment I see a flower here. So I assume we're doing flowers featured in. Okay, this is really good to have. But I need to know a little bit more here about exactly what are we doing. Let's go. Why? Oh, are you a wedding coordinator? Because I thought that you're flowers. I'm so sorry. Okay. Why you need a wedding coordinator? Okay, this is great, but why is all of this being hidden? I want to see this in the actual video because no one is reading this. No one is reading this except the TikTok algorithm. This is not being read by anyone. So I want you to put this in here. This is a really good visual. Right, I would just say slow down. You are showing me stuff a bit too fast. I want you to walk slowly when you're doing these kind of videos and do it on a ×2 zoom, it will make the video look a lot better. And I need some text here. So what have you created? So I don't understand right now because here it says wedding coordinator and here I'm looking at flowers. So I just don't really understand if you're a wedding coordinator or if you're selling flowers. So if it's going to be confusing for me, it's probably confusing for your wedding couples. Let's look at another one. Right.
We probably got time for one more, I reckon.
Okay, let's do live event artist, Lucy. Wedding artist, painting guests at luxury parties and events. Okay, this is great. I like to see this. And you have a link, which is great. So happy with the bio. This one's got 3.4 million. That's great. Let's have a look at it. Each tile was hand cut. So did you end up making this? Okay. Again, this does, oh yeah, okay. So this is great because it shows the story. But if we're promoting your wedding work, let's look at your wedding work. Let's look at this one. Right. Is it just me or I can hear two different songs at the same time? Yeah. So I can hear two different songs. This is very overstimulating for, anyone watching this. Make sure you're only using one song at a time. Let's look at this. Okay, this is a great video because of the reveal. This is great. My first big painting. Give me some more information about you. So this is my first big painting as a live wedding artist. Write it here. Oh, look here. I flew all the way. See, you guys are all hiding.
If you play it, it tells you.
Yeah, but the thing is, I only have 3 seconds.
Yeah, but it comes up.
Let me see. 2, 3. So you've now lost me at 3 seconds.
What was interesting is that this video did really well on Instagram.
Did you copy it from Instagram and then post it on?
No, I make everything in CapCut and make it there and then.
I would just say that you want to add this kind of information onto here. Just so that it's a bit more understanding. Have we got any more time, Becca, for any more? Or am I?
Do one more. One more.
One more. Okay, you know what? Let's look at who was the last person. Right, last one who commented. Oh, a DJ. Haven't done a DJ. So let's do this. Weddings, DJ, entertainment in UK. Right. First of all, we have to fix this bio because there's so many wedding DJs out there. I want you to tell me exactly why I should book you here. Are you an award-winning DJ? Because it looks like it, so make sure you put it here. UK is a very big place. You could be in Scotland, you could be in London. So tell me exactly where you're based. And tell me why I should book you. Is it because you play sad music? You play happy music? Right, let's look at this video.
Today we're doing a little promo video of Royal Park. Watch this space. We are just going to
Right, the music is too loud. I cannot hear you.
bring the energy, bring the vibes. Just watch what's going to happen to this place.
I absolutely love how confident you are on camera. That is going to do really well on TikTok. We just need to get it right. And again, I can hear a couple of songs playing at the same time. So that's going to be quite, yeah, there's one song playing and then there's one playing in the background. We don't just set a vibe and shut it down. Okay. Right, this is great. However, the video is too long, so you wanted to cut the video. Cut it here. So cut it at 25 seconds because you didn't need the rest of it. And then it's going to give you a lot more like engagement because then people will watch the whole video, which is then going to tell TikTok people are liking this, which will then push it out to more people. But I can definitely see this account growing by a lot.
Amazing.
Okay.
You did a whistle stop tour.
Oh,
Let me know in the chat. Do you want to stop your screen share? Let me know
yeah.
in the chat. Was that helpful? I know that we didn't get time to do everyone's, but hopefully by hearing similar things from different people, even if she didn't do yours, you got some ideas from it. I think there was a lot of kind of common things there. Things like making sure you put where you're based in the bio, improving your bio, lots of missing text on screen, shorter is better, attention rates are really low. So yeah, super short. Right, I'm going to share my screen again. Now, in a moment, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about more ways we can help you, and then we're going to answer as many questions as we possibly can in the short time we've got left together. So let me, without further ado, talk to you about some of this stuff. So yeah, if you've got questions, can you write the word question and then what your question is, even if you've already asked it in the chat, because it's probably gone right up. Simona's going to be monitoring the chat for the next couple of minutes, and she'll note down some of the questions, and then I'll note down as many of the questions as I can as possible. Some things we probably can't cover if they're super complicated questions, but we'll try and do as many easy answer questions as we can in the time. So, what are your next steps with TikTok then? Because we understand TikTok is a platform that has an opportunity, and we've given you already loads of tips to improve your TikTok, and there's going to be more to come. So, the first thing is you've got to decide, do you actually want to use this platform? Is it a platform you think you can see growing? Can you see a business opportunity here? Is it a marketing place you want to be hanging out? The second thing is you need to ask yourself, have you got the tools for success? So do you understand what you're doing? Do you have the education? Have you got the time to invest in understanding it? Or have you got the money to pay someone to do it? Or do you need some help with that? Do you need some additional education and feedback? Do you need to listen to more podcasts? Do you need to watch some more YouTube videos? Or do you need some help with it? And help is here if you need it, right? Me and Simona are here. If you want the help, we can give it to you. Absolutely. So, two options. If you are thinking, yikes, I want to do TikTok, I don't know how to do it best. Here's two ways that we personally can help you, but there's lots of other ways out there on the internet as well. Number one way, you can just hire us. So if you want someone to just do your content for you, Simona does that for me. If you're in the UK, she can absolutely do that for you as well. Just reach out to her. We've also put together recently a new package for wedding venues. So if you're a wedding venue and you're interested in getting help, let us know. So it's a full day where in the first half of the day, you get business and marketing training with me and how to understand TikTok better. And in the afternoon, Simona will create you a month's worth of content with your team on the day, as in do the filming, edited, and give you all of the content to post. So if you're a venue and you're interested in knowing more about that, do reach out and chat to us about that. That's absolutely fine. Or if you want to do the course, our course starts again in June, first week of June, TikTok Pro, which is what I was talking about earlier. So TikTok Pro is made up of 4 live sessions. There we cover the following things. So week 1, we talk about the foundations, how to get your account set up, how to make sure your bio is optimizing. Make sure you know why you're posting on there, finding your content pillars. Week 2, we talk all about the types of content you should be posting, how to do better in SEO, the business funnel, because ultimately viewers need to turn into bookings. Week 3, we're talking about creating content. This is the how-to, the hooks, how to film and edit, how to create carousels, how to edit the pauses out of your videos, and how to plan your content strategically. And then week 4, we talk about the analytics. How do you understand what's happened on your account? How do you improve on those analytics? How do we get the percentages Simona was talking about earlier? So how many views compared to how much engagement you're getting on that post? And how can we use that information to better ourselves? How can we use AI now to help us in this process and save us some time? And how can we challenge each other to grow our accounts bigger and better? So if you do want that help, and like I said earlier, it's up to you. If you want it, it's there. Every Wednesday in June, we're going to be doing that at 1 o'clock. Replays will always be available. So if you can't make one of the weeks or any of the weeks, you will always get the replay. And the important thing for me with this training is it's not a training where you just go and watch it in your own time. We want to do it with you. So we want to help you by auditing your accounts. We want to help you by giving you feedback. We want to help you by answering your questions. And as you move through the weeks and create content, Simona will give you live feedback on the content to try and make it better until you understand what you're doing with it. As well as that, much more than just the training videos, it's 6 weeks of tech support where we will help you technically understand it, a workbook to work through, filming and editing tutorials. So we're always increasing these, where basically we'll show you how to make a green screen video, how to make a carousel, how to make a voiceover video, how to edit your video in short video tutorials. And also we created a wedding day shot list. Now, people think, why are we doing it this time of year? Well, actually, this is the perfect time of year because you're about to go into all the weddings and you need to understand how to film those weddings well, what you should be filming, so you've got the content to last you all year round. And as I said as well, video feedback and questions answered by Simona. So we're heading into wedding season. Why should we be doing this now? Because like I just said, the content is coming your way faster than that. You're going out to weddings. Do you understand how to film well? Do you understand the angles? Do you understand the speed? Do you understand the editing? Do you have the capacity to, even if you film lots of stuff now and understand it, to then edit it in the quieter season? So now is the time for us to learn how to capture the weddings that we have. So we are starting again in June. On the 3rd of June, you are very welcome to join us. It's £152 all in, including VAT. And we would absolutely love to have you if it's for you, if you want the additional help, if you've enjoyed so far what we've done today and you want more of it, then this is absolutely the best value place for you to get it. Now, because we love a bonus, we also have a few extra things that Simona's agreed to for today. So the first 5 people that do decide to go for this today, you'll also get a 30-minute call with Simona. So if you haven't had a full audit of your account, or you would prefer a longer audit of your account, or you just want to ask questions specifically privately and not in this setting, then grab that quick, be one of the first 5, and you'll have 30 minutes with Simona, and she will walk you through it just like she's done on this call, but more personalized and more in depth. And in the first 24 hours, she's also put you together our plug and play guide of 180 content hooks. So basically what these are is like, this is what you should say on the screen, and then you pop the stuff in at different times. Juliet said, are we running it in later in the year? Last year we ran it in June and October. We haven't decided yet whether we're going to run it in October. Depends on my travel schedule and Simona's schedule. So we may run it again in October. We're not sure. That's the honest answer. So yes, that is that. And an extra bonus that even Simona doesn't know about yet, because I only confirmed it this morning. So I have a friend called Christian Baker. He's amazing. He's a hypnotherapist and mindset coach. And he's worked on the X Factor. He's worked on Blue Peter. He works with like top celebrities and sports stars. And luckily for me, he's my friend. And one of the things he's going to do for this course, which we've not done before, is do a workshop on overcoming your fear in front of being on camera. Because one of the big things we found the last 2 times we've run this is people are really blocked by fear of showing up, fear of being on camera, fear of what they look like. And so I've added this addition in with Christian's help so that we can do a whole session on how do you overcome that fear? How do you show up? How do you do better? So hopefully that's a nice, exciting addition. I'm thrilled that he's going to be working on that with us as well, because he is great. So before we get into the questions, you joined the call today because you wanted to understand TikTok, right? I said at the beginning I was overwhelmed by how many people wanted to join. I can see the appetite. People want to understand the platform and people just don't understand it. So my message, I guess, today is if you want to take the opportunity, don't wait another wedding season to finally nail it. Like, do it now. Understand it, get the tools in place, understand how to edit, and get yourself out there. So questions about the course, questions about TikTok. We are going to answer as many as we possibly can. I appreciate not everyone is able to take the course or work with us one-to-one or work with us in your venue. So we want to give you as much opportunity as we can to get your questions answered here now on the call. So Simona, have you got some questions noted down?
Yes, I've written them down, but Becca, I was going to say, do you want to cover the one about if this is similar to, I think someone, Georgina Rose, has a web course. I haven't heard of it, but I don't know if, I mean, from like my research, we're the only ones that are doing it specific for the wedding industry, and it's also live.
Yeah, so I think Georgina does have a pre-recorded TikTok course. Some of you may have taken it. As I said, I interviewed her on my podcast earlier. The difference for us is we've been doing this for the last year and it's live. So for me, the live element is the most important part in everything I do. You'll know if you've worked with me for long enough, I don't want you to just learn. I want you to get results. So for me, you want to learn by watching the videos, but actually the even more important bit is doing the work and getting the feedback and having your questions answered and getting the knowledge and having the accountability. So for me, the most valuable bit of this entire thing is the 6 week support in the Facebook group where you can ask me and Simona as many questions as you want, get as much feedback as you want. And we always say the more you put into that, the more you'll get out of it. Because sometimes people don't ask many questions. Well, if you don't ask the questions, you're not going to get the answers. So hopefully that helps. Okay, Simona, back to you.
So
Questions.
question one was about video timings. Now, like if you're making a brand new account and you post a 1 minute video, it's not going to do well because you have to warm up your audience. I would say for the first 6 weeks, keep it between 7 seconds and 15 seconds. If you're doing a talking video, we're aiming for 30 seconds maximum because if someone watches the full video, TikTok is going to like that and then it's going to push it out to more people. Next one is carousels, and should you be posting carousels? Yes, you should be posting carousels. TikTok is pushing out carousels. Basically, Instagram is trying to be TikTok, and TikTok is trying to also be Instagram. So they're both competing like against each other, which means posting carousels on TikTok is working, and posting reels also on Instagram is working. The other one is posting time. Now, posting time depends on everyone's individual accounts, which is why for the first 6 weeks you want to get as much data as possible. But posting time, I would say you want to do
Sorry,
posting
someone's on mute.
time. So posting time you want to do around 8 o'clock in like the morning. You then want to do midday around 12 o'clock when people are having lunch, and then you want to do one when people are finishing work around 6 o'clock. And Saturdays and Sundays are quite good around the 9 o'clock time because then people are on their phones and looking at TikTok. Another one is that people find it like annoying if you're using a mic to talk. Now, the mic to talk is there for a visual hook. People are finding it gets annoying, but like the same people who are finding it annoying are then watching the full video. So I guess it's working. The other one is batch creating content and how to batch create content. For this one, we do cover it in the TikTok course on exactly how to batch create content, but like essentially, you're going to take one video idea, which is I'm going to talk about a wedding cake. I'm now going to talk about this exact wedding cake to like, I'm going to talk about it towards the camera. I'm then going to make the exact same video as a 7 second mini video where it has text on screen. I'm then going to do the exact same video as a carousel. And then I'm going to do the exact same video, but this time I'm going to do a green screen, which means you've now come up with 4 different videos talking about the exact same wedding cake. Editing, if you should edit on TikTok or you should edit on CapCut. I do all of mine on CapCut except the text. All of the text you want to do it on TikTok because then TikTok can then read it. If you add fancy text on CapCut, post it on TikTok, TikTok algorithm cannot scan the text and read it, so then it won't be able to push it out. About cross posting, if you can post TikTok content as well as Instagram content at the same time, yes, you can do, but like the thing is, your TikTok audience as well as your Instagram audience are going to be completely different. You want to see TikTok as like your behind the scenes of you being a business owner, and then it's more like the Instagram is you are selling them the actual service. Should you add music if you are talking? Normally, no, because if you're talking, that should be loud enough. It should also be engaging enough, but sometimes you can add like a nice background sound. Just make sure that it is quite quiet because you don't want the music to then be higher than like you talking. In terms of location, if posting Essex is a good location, yeah, I would say so that is a good location. You don't need to niche it down anymore. The other one is links, how to add links on Instagram, and I think on TikTok you can add links. So TikTok is after you have 1,000 followers. You don't add it in the bio. You have to go into your settings, website, click on website, and then that's when you can add the link.
On that one, Simona, can
Yeah.
you add a link straight to Instagram or no? Or is that replace your URL if you do that?
It will replace the URL on Instagram.
Okay, so you can basically choose one link, one clickable link. Either if you want to send people to Instagram, you could put your Instagram link in, or if you want to send them to your website, put your website link in. But
Yeah.
really, you want to send them to your website,
Yeah.
presumably.
Then the other one is cropping videos on screen. So when you are uploading a video and it's not in the right ratio, you just want to zoom it in. So take both of your fingers and just zoom it in until it fits the border. And should you share things on Pinterest? Yep, I would definitely share it. It could end up going viral on Pinterest. You never know. The other one, my TikTok has evolved since with my business. It's better to separate. So your business has now been evolving separate to your, I mean, like, are you posting business stuff on your TikTok, or are you just posting all your personal stuff on TikTok, which means that it's then confusing both. You can either merge it in terms of you talking about being a business owner. Oh, two very different businesses. Okay, two very different businesses. You want two different kind of TikTok pages because it's just going to be confusing the TikTok algorithm. If you're talking about cats and dogs and then about wedding cakes, it's going to just confuse the algorithm. You just have to think of the algorithm as being like a really young child, and you're posting a video, and the thing is they have to literally understand exactly who is this video for, and like the like more kind of information you can give on the text, talking, and as well as the captions, the better the algorithm will be to show your video to people who actually want to see your videos. I think that was all of the questions I had written down.
I had another question here that I've seen, which I think we should answer because I think it's
Yeah.
important. This is from Georgie. She said, if I'm trying to position myself as a high-end planner, is it okay to make some sillier TikToks or do I need to keep it serious?
If you're going to do anything funny, it needs to align with your goals, which means like if your goal is to be a funny planner, then post it. But like if it's not, then do not post it. I mean, you can always post like funny sounds. Like I know if you want to be seen as luxury, if you go on the luxury sounds, there's some funny luxury sounds there. But I would just, like your overarching goal is to be luxury, so you don't want to make it too funny because if someone finds your funny video first, are they then going to be like, oh, well, she can't be a luxury planner because she's making funny videos. So you just want to see it like that.
I think the biggest shift that we all need to make, especially with TikTok, but also increasingly with Instagram, is understanding that most of your content is going to a cold audience first. That means it's just appearing in their feed. They know nothing about you. They know nothing about your business. They may not even come to your profile. You're just landing in their algorithm. And so you've got to show them in a second who you are and what you do, why they should pay attention. If they like your video, or they are enjoying it, they might click and then watch more of your videos. But in that initial feed, you've got to be super obvious. You cannot make it too obvious who you are. And if you go and watch TikTok for any length of time, or even Instagram Reels, and look at who's doing well, you'll notice that they have similar patterns, similar pattern interrupts, similar ways of introducing themselves, and they always make it super clear and obvious. Right, is there any questions that we have missed? Please put them in the chat now because we are running out of time and I don't want to miss anything if it's super important. I love Lee's question. Becca, can I come on your podcast? Lee, I love that you asked. I mean, just send me a message, drop me a voice note, sing me a song, and maybe the answer will be yes. Anything else we've missed? Simona, can you see anything coming in? Was this recorded? Yes, this whole session has been recorded. I will send the replay out at some point later on today, so keep an eye on your emails. And yeah, if you had your account audited, you can go back and watch it or not. We're a wedding venue. Is behind the scenes better or polished videos showcasing what we do, or a mixture? If a mixture, what proportion of each?
Mixture of both. So you want to do your behind the scenes probably like 20%, and then polished like 50 to 60, and then some other ones as well.
What are the other ones? Educational maybe or like
Oh, yeah, in terms of like educational and funny ones, yeah.
okay, perfect. And I think as well, like people want to see personalities. People want to see your team. You know, some of the best videos we've seen for venues are when people on camera showing up, people sweeping floors. You know, people want to see the people behind the business, and TikTok's the best place to do it. Is the TikTok course for all sectors of the wedding industry? As I found other courses didn't necessarily work for me as a singer. Yes, absolutely. And I would also say that, again, that 6 weeks of support, if you don't feel like you're getting what you need from the training, that ask the questions, get the feedback. Like, I cannot emphasize enough, we are there to make it work for you. The more you put in, the more you'll get out, with all of these things. Hope you run the course in October, as I'm doing something else in June at that time. I promise we will keep you updated if we do. Amazing. Thank you, everyone. It's been such a fun hour. The time always goes way too quick with all of these things. But if we can do anything else to help you moving forward, whether that's coming to your venue and doing some training and teaching you how to do it and creating you content, whether that's you hiring Simona to come and film for you, or whether that's doing the course, or whether this has just inspired you to either think, yeah, I want to learn more about this, or absolutely, this isn't for me, then we've done our job. So yeah, look out for the replay coming very soon. And it's been a pleasure, Simona, as always. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so honest and helpful to everyone. And we will see you all very soon. Take care.
Bye bye.